everyone, it's Josemi, and in this video I'm going to present Bene, a proof of funding platform designed to support projects in raising funds and fairly rewarding their contributions. So Bene enables any project to receive funding from the community and automatically distributes proof of funding tokens to contributors in return. These tokens serve as contribution accounting tokens, providing who contributed and how much. Here's how the platform works. Project owners create a funding vault and define the funding token, for example, Ergo, a minimum funding goal, a deadline, the proof of funding token to distribute, and a rate of how many proof tokens are given per funding token. Once a vault is created, project's owners can add or remove reward tokens. Contributors can deposit any amount of funding tokens, and they immediately receive proof of funding token vouchers that represents their proof of funding tokens. So if the funding goal is reached, the project owner can withdraw the funds, and contributors can exchange their funding token vouchers with the same amount of funding tokens. And if the goal isn't reached by the deadline, contributors can return their proof of funding token vouchers and recover their contributions, the Ergs, for example. So let's visualize this on a chart where the horizontal axis is time and the vertical axis is the amount of funding token raised. So you can see the actions that become available depending on whether the goal has been reached or the deadline has passed. So let's see a real example. We used Bene to raise funds for Glue on Gold. So the team needed 5,000 Erg to develop an SDK. A vault was created with a goal of 5,000 Ergs at a rate of 1 gluon per Erg and a 2-week deadline. Once the goal was met, contributors had already received their loans, and the project owner could immediately access the funds. Another example could be a group that wants to write between 5 and 20 articles about Ergo. Where each article costs 100 Erg. So they mined a token called Ergo Articles token, and create a vault with 2,000 each. A goal of 500 Ergs, a rate of 1 ETH per Erg, and a deadline of 2 weeks. And after reaching 500 Ergs, the team starts writing articles. And if the community is happy, more people contribute and more tokens get distributed. So they can even increase the vault capacity to support up to 100 articles, for example. Now a cautionary example. team promises some revolutionary and something revolutionary and ask for 5 million ergs with a flashy token reward called Super Dapper Blockchain Token. And after 1 week, they raise 3 million ergs. But their project is exposed as nonsense because it's only a soup of buzzwords. So thanks to Bene's rules, because the minimum amount of 5 million ergs was not raised after the deadline, contributors can return their proof of funding tokens, the Super Dapper blockchain token, and get their money, their erg, for example, back to them. So Bene can be used in many ways. One can be donations, where proof tokens represent your support to a cause. Another use case can be crowdfunding, where proof tokens can be exchanged for goods later. Startup funding, selling tokens at a fixed price. Event tickets sales too, where proof of funding tokens has tickets of an event with a minimum and maximum capacity. And collaborative projects or benefactions, where that is the original use case that make us develop this platform. So this idea of working together on different projects and where labor and capital to these projects are both rewarded equally with contribution account tokens. Okay, so this is the landing page for the project. We have implementations on Ethereum and on Ergo. There is some basic information about it, links to social media. Both projects are open source, available on GitHub. So the Bene on Ergo implementation, it's a web app. It's only running without servers, only in the browser, and connecting directly to the Ergo blockchain. It makes more slow, but more fault tolerant too. So there are some projects. This is the Global security audit that we realized a few months ago. Okay, so let's create a project to show it. So for example, this Falcon project will be our PFT. Let's put this amount of PFT, the exchange rate of this, the minimum ergs of, for example, half, and 1 day limit. So the deadline will be tomorrow at the same time. Project test project. So for the creation needs 2 transactions. Okay, now we can see the transaction, the second transaction, and this transaction will create our Bene project. Okay, so the transaction is confirmed. Now we can check it, reloading the projects. Okay, demo test project. So it's only 23 hours for the deadline. So we are the owners of this project too, so we can see these actions. We could add Falcon, the PFT token, or withdraw it. So for example, if we want to block more contributions, we could extract the amount that it's currently on the contract. But now as users, as contributors, we are going to contribute. So there are 36 Falcons, so we are going to contribute with 1. We are going to get 01 contributions, sending this amount of ergs. And we will get an auxiliary token, the PFT voucher. And this token will serve to us as the voucher to get the Falcon token after the deadline if the minimum amount is raised. Okay, the contribution transaction is confirmed. So we can reload the page. Perfect, so we can see now that there is some contribution and it's not minimum. So for now, when the deadline is raised, we should be able to refund our ergs. And that's it. So follow us on social media, join our channels, and get in touch if you would like to work with us. Thanks for watching.